I'm Drake Milligan. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a country music singer.
Born in Mansfield, Texas in June 1998, Drake Milligan took the U.S. by storm with his performance in America's Got Talent, or AGT, and his subsequent appearances due to his talent and resemblance to Elvis Presley.
When I was about 7, was out eating with my family, and there was an Elvis impersonator at the restaurant, and I was enthralled. I think that's where I decided that I wanted to be like Elvis.
Inspired by his father's love for country music and an Elvis impersonator he saw perform in a local restaurant, Drake impersonated the king of rock and roll himself before answering a casting call to play the deceased music legend in the CMT series Sun Records. At the time, Drake was a senior in high school and had to move from Texas to Nashville after landing the role. A year later, Drake auditioned for American Idol, but then surprised viewers with his decision to drop out. The level-headed Texan was unprepared to cope with such a big platform and chose to move to Nashville to focus on perfecting his musical skills first. Drake's perseverance paid off, as after months of hard work and dedication, he signed a deal with BBR Music Group. In summer 2021, Drake released his debut self-titled EP, with each song racking up thousands of views on YouTube. He also released the non-album single, Cowgirl for Christmas, in October 2021, and began working on his debut album. When Drake and his band auditioned for AGT in 2022, performing the riveting original song, Sounds Like Something I Do, the judges were blown away and instantly said yes. Drake's good looks and appealing personality made him a fan favorite, and thousands of viewers were heartbroken when he lost out to the Mayas and Christy Sellers in the season finale. However, a day later, BBR Music Group struck while the iron was hot and released Drake's debut album, Dallas-Fort Worth. It's possible that the artist wasn't allowed to release music while appearing in the talent show. With over 70,000 Instagram followers as of September 2022, the charismatic musician has made clear that he's ready to take his career to the next level and has several concerts lined up around the US. Keeping up with the tradition of old-school celebrities who rarely divulge details of their private lives, fans know virtually nothing about Drake and must rely on internet sleuths for information on their tight-lipped idol. Drake's parents, Jim and Angela Milligan, are humble folks who work in the scrap metal recycling and veterinarian industries, respectively. It's known that one of Drake's grandfathers was an ensign in the US Navy and who was rewarded the prestigious Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal in the early 1960s. As there's little to no information regarding Drake's personal life, fans have assumed the handsome Texan is single. However, it's possible that he's shielding his relationship status from the public eye, so as to not distract from what he wants to be known for, his musical talents and flowering career. As mentioned, American Idol wasn't the right fit for Drake at the time, but the talent show has spawned several household names, including Kelly Clarkson, Jordan Sparks, and the legendary country artist Carrie Underwood. The singing competition series, which first aired in 2002 and returned in 2018 after a 2-year hiatus, has seen unparalleled success and boasts spin-offs such as American Juniors and American Idol Christmas, and The Next Great American Band. At first, the show was intended to have 4 judges, but only 3, Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, and Randy Jackson, had been found by the time filming for Season 1 began. Interestingly, the radio DJ Stryker was originally picked out to be the 4th judge, but dropped out due to concerns for his image, while Angie Martinez also turned down the lucrative job. From Season 1 to 8, the show did well enough with its 3-judge format. Over the years, new faces such as Cara DioGuardi and Ellen DeGeneres have come and gone, eventually replacing the 3 original judges. Although the contestants are the focus of the show, executives soon found that the possibly scripted on-screen spats between judges, see Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj, made for entertaining views. The current judging panel consists of Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Ryan Seacrest. The show has, of course, seen its fair shares of scandals in 2 decades, and the internet never forgets, even if the general public does. In February 2009, Joanna Pasiti was disqualified from the competition when news of her music industry connections broke. The brunette singer had broken the show's #1 rule with her record deal. As American Idol wanted to find unsigned talent, Joanna's disqualification was especially controversial because there was evidence that she had been an opening act for Nick Lakey on his tour. Cynics wondered how the show's producers, who are meant to meticulously comb through the history of their contestants, overlooked Joanna's history. Whatever the case, Joanna made it to the semifinals before being unceremoniously given the boot. Caleb Spike, a season 19 contestant who made it to the top 5, also made headlines for all the wrong reasons, after a video of him sat next to someone in a Ku Klux Klan outfit began circulating online. Despite releasing a half-hearted apology via his Instagram account, the damage was already done, as the aspiring musician's career seems to have gone nowhere since. Philip Phillips, the guitar-playing and ruggedly handsome winner of Season 12, saw himself entrenched in a nasty legal battle with Idol's production team. Lodging a petition with the California Labor Commissioner in early 2015, the musician claimed to have been manipulated by 19 Entertainment and its affiliate companies. But after accusing 19 Entertainment of violating California's Talent Agency Act and breaching fiduciary duties, Philip was hit with a $6 million lawsuit from the production company after it filed for bankruptcy sometime in 2016, when Idol was cancelled. After signing a deal with Fremantle Media Limited to reboot Idol on ABC, 19 Entertainment and Phillips reached a settlement and announced an amicable resolution, but declined to share any details. Money talks, and it's believed but not confirmed that Philip was paid 7 figures to drop the lawsuit, which was negatively impacting the show's publicity. Last but not least, Frenchie Davis was disqualified from Season 2 due to topless photos that she had taken at the age of 19. Despite telling the producers about the photos beforehand, they ultimately decided that the musician would tarnish the show's family image if news outlets caught wind of the racy images during the competition. These days, Frenchie has carved out her own lane as a professor and Broadway star, with critically acclaimed performances in The Color Purple and other musicals. On a more positive note, the talent show has raised over $185 million over the years, with its Idol Gives Back charity event, which began in Season 6. With celebrity performances and fundraising activities, the purpose of the star-studded event was to help underprivileged children around the world. The show's creator, Simon Fuller, teamed up with British writer Richard Curtis to launch the event, which was a roaring success in 2007, 2008, and 2010, the only 3 years it was held. To avoid backlash, the event wasn't held in 2009 due to the crippling economic crisis, but it's unknown why Idol Gives Back was quietly shelved after 2010. AGT is part of Simon Cowell's worldwide Got Talent franchise. Produced by Fremantle USA and Psycho Entertainment, and distributed by the latter, the show broadcasts on NBC and premiered in June 2006, after initial plans to air a British edition in 2005 were quietly scrapped. Former and current judges including Sofia Vergara, David Hasselhoff, Sharon Osbourne, and other household names who each add their unique twist to the program. Common acts on the show include dancing, singing, magic performances, and comedy skits, although some truly weird novelty acts have graced the AGT scene, such as a mime act who wore duct tape over his mouth, and a professional regurgitator who made it to the semifinals against all odds. Since Season 3, winners have been offered the chance to headline a show on the Las Vegas Strip, as well as an attractive cash prize. With an average of 10 million viewers per season, AGT has spawned the spin-off competitions AGT Extreme and America's Got Talent: The Champions. The 2013 book Inside AGT: The Untold Stories of America's Got Talent was also mildly successful thanks to its interviews with contestants and insider knowledge, despite being largely ignored by the general public. A program of AGT's caliber and popularity is bound to attract both positive and negative attention. If lawsuits and controversy are anything to go by, A-list actress Gabrielle Union took the show to court amidst turbulent allegations of racism and sexism on set, including threats from a former NBC executive. Fired after just 1 season as a judge, the Bring It On star also filed a discrimination complaint with California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing, claiming that she was let go after mentioning her concerns over the show's toxic work environment. Just 4 months after filing the lawsuit, Gabrielle and NBC settled out of court in September 2020. Gabrielle's hairstyles were allegedly criticized for being too black, and she was called difficult when she complained about Simon smoking indoors. Despite an outside investigation not yielding any tangible results, it's believed that NBC paid handsomely for Gabrielle's silence due to her status. At the time, the tragic death of police brutality victim George Floyd was still fresh in the public's memory, and NBC clearly preferred to avoid a backlash and negative publicity in a racially charged environment. 3 years prior, Tyra Banks of America's Next Top Model fame landed herself in hot water when she was accused of physically manipulating and verbally abusing the young daughter of a female contestant. The woman who filed the 18-page lawsuit against AGT's production company in the Los Angeles Superior Court preferred not to be identified by name, and was referred to in court documents as Jane Doe. Jane claimed that she and her husband were made to feel humiliated by the AGT judges and members of the public, but especially by Tyra, who reportedly ridiculed their performance of an original song written about their daughter, identified in the lawsuit as Mary Doe. The lawsuit continued. As a result of her negative experience from AGT and defendants' abusive treatment, Mary was traumatized and became deeply depressed. As Jane and her husband's performance never made it to TV screens, the lawsuit was largely forgotten about, and it's unclear if AGT's production team reached a settlement with the unhappy contestants. With that said, Tyra has a well-documented history of being less than kind with her remarks, and has gone viral several times for unflattering clips of her conduct while judging and hosting on ANTM. The former supermodel was replaced as host in 2019. In March 2018, AGT was sued once again in a 20-page complaint by the family of Maureen Allen, who sustained grave injuries after falling from her wheelchair outside the Pasadena Civic Auditorium, where the show was being taped. According to Maureen's family, the fall led to multiple hospitalizations and operations, and eventually to her untimely passing. Maureen and her husband, who were at the auditorium as volunteers for a sponsored science and engineering fair, found that there were no available disabled access points when they tried entering the venue. All such points were blocked by the show's trailers and filming equipment except for one. But according to the lawsuit, in order to gain access to that ramp, individuals with disabilities were forced to navigate and maneuver over a large power cord protector that obstructed the only available path of travel. In an unfortunate incident, Maureen suffered a broken hip, as well as head and arm injuries when she tried to move her wheelchair over the power cord protector. Her health rapidly declined following blood clots, a stroke, and 8 procedures, until she was put on life support, days before her death in June 2017. Once again, there is little to no news regarding the outcome of the lawsuit, although some news outlets have their eyes on this case for any further developments. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.